Hello again, I'm Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another unboxing video plus a mini review of the Microsoft LifeCam Cinema web camera. The box itself is quite nice looking. It has a clear window so you can see the product. Also, it has all the information on it about the product. It has autofocus, glass element lens, clear frame technology, supports Windows 7, and also supports Windows Live Messenger, Yahoo Messenger, AOL Instant Messenger, Skype, and really any other application that's out there that involves use of a web camera. There are two security seals on the box, one right here and another one on the right side. I'm going to open up this one here. And by the way, if either of these seals are broken, I would really take care and look inside the box and make sure that everything is there, and also make sure that the product is working. Or another option is, if either one of these seals is broken, bring the product right back to the store and get another one or get a refund. Remember, when opening a product, not to cut too deep because you could damage the product inside of the box. From experience, these boxes are a little challenging to open, so let's see how it goes. Okay, well, I believe there's an inside to this box which comes out. So let's have a look here. Let's try to pull this out. Looks to be like, I would imagine, software and drivers. Yes, and the user's manual. And let's see how this comes out. Maybe this comes off at the top. Again, a little tricky. So this comes off. And then maybe this comes off. Holy cow. There we go. I'll just pull it out through the back. For sure, nobody's going to steal this in store in the box. Seems to be looped through something here in the box. Yep. Let's try to release that. And here we have it. Nice long USB connection here. Looks like they have some kind of a clip on this. Oh, this is nice. This is a to organize the cable. So instead of using a cable tie to keep this together, or at least I think that's what it's for, and also a little clip here on the other side. And this is the small little webcam, the lens, microphone. Yeah, quite nice. And I guess this is the clip, which would clip on your monitor. Now I'm actually using the Microsoft LifeCam Cinema HD web camera. Now my whole purpose behind buying this was to go HD and to go to 1280 by 720. And while this web camera does do that resolution, it doesn't do it at an acceptable frame rate. I have two systems, and one I tried it on Vista 64-bit, and I was able to get 720p at 15 frames per second, and I tried it on Windows 7 on a different system that can only get 10 frames per second at that resolution, 720p. So disappointing, yes. This web camera is supposed to do 30 frames per second at 720p, but to be honest, I don't know how that's possible because it's USB 2 and there's limitations with regards to transfer rates over that interface. So I don't know if you're ever going to be able to do this. Maybe drivers might be able to somehow make this possible. It comes with all kinds of effects. You'll get a kick out of this. You see that? Like an alien effect. Eyes, big eyes, kind of like, I don't know, small eyes. Big nose. So pretty impressive effects here if you want to use them for some fun. And this just goes on and on. Boy, look at me, big nose. It's pretty, it works pretty well. This just goes on and on. If you have kids, they will get a big kick out of this. Oh yeah. This is an edge effect. They have a gray effect. This is a negative poster and all kinds of other stuff. So these are the effects. Now, previously I was using a separate microphone, but now I'm using the microphone that's on the web camera, and as you can hear, it's not that great. It's fine for just communicating through messengers and things like that, but if you're doing any kind of serious work, you really want to go with a separate microphone. Okay, let's go over some of the other features that this particular web camera offers. One of them is zoom. This is quite a nice feature. And there are lots of other things like clear frame settings, and I can't really see any difference with that on or off. It's on now, it's off now. Not a lot of difference there. You can also adjust the flicker. You can set it to 50 Hertz or 60 Hertz. 60 Hertz is recommended. Also other kinds of properties that you can adjust. Brightness, for example. Contrast. Saturation. Sharpness, which is nice. White balance. Backlight compensation, which doesn't really do anything that I can see. I'm moving it up and down. It's not changing anything. You have camera controls. I just did the zoom. You can do the zoom. Focus, you can manually adjust. You can adjust the exposure. The pan and tilt. The tilt works. But for some reason the pan does not work. This is again driver related issues, which I hope they can resolve soon. I have to say, picking up this web camera, I thought that I might be able to shoot videos using it at 1280 by 720 at 30 frames per second, but I cannot. And I'm not quite sure if this is a driver related issue and it will probably be fixed later on or not. So if you're watching this video and you are thinking about buying it, or if you have it already and you're wondering how can I get 30 frames per second at 720p, I don't know. I've tried and I cannot get it. Again, differences between Windows Vista and Windows 7, peculiar. I could get 10 frames on Windows 7 and 15 frames per second at 720p on Vista. So it's a little confusing. I think it's a driver related issue and I'm not quite sure if it ever will be resolved. But in any case, this web camera is, I mean, very clear and is very acceptable for a web camera, because I mean, this is not a high definition 1080 camcorder. This is just an inexpensive web camera, and as a matter of fact, you can probably pick this up on special for anywhere from, you know, $60 to $80, which is a really good deal. But again, I wish it was truly able to do 720p at 30 frames per second.